if you'd like.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Oh my God.
Listen,
No
Paul,
archives.
you have the rose-colored glasses, and this is here. This is
I'm not even wearing any glasses.
Oh,
this
fuck.
time.
guys, this
Own
isn't
words
planned.
back in my mouth.
I just have this. No, but it's not, I do see psychoticness. I see some alcoholism, but I also feel the compassion and stuff, because here's the thing. This is no way to live a life. Why getting triggered is never a good thing. The reaction trap. If you're a happy person and if you know who you are, and you know who you are inside, no matter what I say, it shouldn't affect you. It's when you have a vision of yourself and someone else says something and you really feel that way deep down, when the lights go out and there's no one around except you and the darkness, and you really feel like shit about yourself. If someone reinforces those feelings about yourself, you go psycho. Someone could say anything about me. He's not a lawyer. Well, do I defend this? Because I know that's ridiculous. But here we go. Emotional reactions give other powers over you. So I'm okay with people reacting to me because I got the power, apparently, according to this. If words control you, like some people, everyone else can control you. So if these people are your friend, it's not up to you, but you should feel bad for these people and maybe try to help them. I'm not saying someone should try to help them. It's not up to me. I feel bad for these people.
Maybe there's going to be a day when you're going to give me a list and I'm going to have a party and get you guys all in the same room.
How about this? The more reactive, do any of these friends of yours are reactive? The more reactive you are, the more manipulatable you become. Ooh, some of your friends are manipulatable. I'm not. You see me reacting? I ain't manipulatable. This is not good.
You have to go for an extra session of therapy this month.
I'm just trying to help everyone here. I don't have anything against anyone. I'm just trying to help everyone.
I always live my life, though, where I try and get along with everyone. I'll give you an example.
That's good.
We were at Martha, the Netflix premiere last week.
Icon.
The icon. I posted the pictures of us with Martha Stewart. Do you know how many people? Oh my God, she's a bitch. She's so mean. She's so nasty. She's so this. She was lovely. She loves Snow White. She loves us. She was so sweet.
I'll tell you how it really happened. So she was on stage, and instead of showing us any part of the episode or itself, the documentary,
they just talked.
The documentary, she was actually organically just present to a conversation, which was really, really nice. So as you witness this conversation happening, and she's snippy and she's going, well, I didn't really want that to happen, but they wanted to put that in there. So I should have negotiated the contract a little. She was being really
very raw and very like down to earth, like just really raw and real.
And then when she got off stage, she goes, oh, Snow White. I go, yeah, I brought Snow White 90210. And she goes, oh, it's so lovely to see you. Yeah. And there's security. There's only 100 people around.
It's a small, intimate event.
And it was at the Mayborn, actually. So right behind my...
Yeah.
So we are, and we're just, she's being escorted with like 100 security guards.
Yeah.
To the little...
like a VIP area set up.
Area. I go, Martha, do you mind if we take a photo? Just, because it's not like I need one. It's not like you know what I mean? But it just seemed like such a warm moment. Yeah. And I'm like, do you mind? She goes, that would be lovely. And then she puts her hand on my shoulder.
Hand on his shoulder.
And she tried to lean in, and we were taking like a couple of pictures, and she's like, thank you. That was so nice. Yeah. She said, thank you. And I'm like, thank you. What do you mean?
And
you know what I mean?
Like queen.
She was. I have to say that I understand how she has sustained and maintained. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's not the reputation that precedes people. It's the generosity and kindness that she has to so many that a lot of people don't talk about.
Right.
And it's not easy to stay where you are. And you get this because there's somebody trying to knock you down every day.
David, she's on the top here. And you know how many salaries and people that rely on her to stay up there, to get a check and get a career? I mean, a lot.
And it's interesting to think that a lot of people think it's because of them that she's up there. And I'm like, no, She's up there because
of her.
She's worked so hard to stay up there.
And also, that's all great and all, but let's just cut to what really matters. I'm being sarcastic. I mean, how old is she? She is
83.
I mean, I know she was gorgeous when she was young. I know she was I don't know if it's the clean living, but I mean, woman.
I sent you the picture, right? I sent you the picture.
But every
that wasn't
picture,
even recut.
she looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked great.
I mean, we know a couple of people that have worked for her as well.
Yeah.
I worked for her. I just don't talk about it. I did. Well, after I practiced law, I was in HR and recruiting. I used to work at Martha Stewart Living Omni Media. I've talked about him here, I think, before.
Oh, wow.
Look at Patrik. Now he's like,
how is she with you?
Now he's like, well, I was in charge of hiring. And look, I mean, Martha look, most people were just afraid to speak to her. I'm okay with, I'm not an easy person to work for. I think when you are great at something and you have a vision, look, there were rules, no personal clutter on the desk, and she preferred no personal photographs, but I mean, listen, she's my type of person. I'm not exactly warm and fuzzy, but yes, ultimately she's brilliant. She was the first.
Yeah.
Now you're impressed with me. You've known me for 6 years and this little nugget. But see, that's the whole thing, like with Sonja and the Housewives. Like I feel each thing to me is like a moment in life. Like I've reinvented myself professionally many times. Like I don't like hanging on my laurels of like, well, guess what I did? I was this from 1920 or whatever to 22.
But what a beautiful thing that's a memory that you can treasure forever.
Completely.
Experiences that you learned from, and whether she was nice to you or not, she made an impact in how you see and view life in a different capacity, because somebody like her who has maintained this many, and
I think I have a question for you, and I think I know the answer. Yeah. Is there clutter on your desk?
I mean, there's clutter
photos on your desk.
Clutter on my desk now, but let me tell you, my homes are Martha approved. I have a friend in New York that won't come to my New York home. She calls it the no fun zone. You have to put booties on. I don't care if you're gonna take your shoes off. Socks are not allowed because the socks on the bottom are dirt. Your socks on the bottom are dirtier than my booties. Okay, so you have to put the booties on. And if you sit on something like what's in your pockets, and it's my New York place.
Plastic for your furniture, David?
Wait,
but I would like to.
Wait, next time I put you in the car, I'm gonna saran wrap the whole thing in that one section. Have you sit in the car?
Your car is very clean.
My grandmother on my dad's side was very particular like that. My step grandmother, actually, not my real grandmother, my step grandmother. And we would go to her house, and she had a really beautiful home and everything. And she had plastic on the furniture. And I always remember sitting on the furniture, and you get up and you have all these weird sounds like you're sitting on this plastic furniture. But I mean, I didn't beautiful furniture, but covered in plastic.
I gave you pillows in the back seat. I let you keep your shoes on for the floorboard in the back seat.
How sick is this? So listen, this apartment was only finished like say last September by the time it was done. Yeah. So it's not like I'm there full time. I have chairs in my house that have never been sat in by me or anyone. There are certain chairs. Well, I mean, it hasn't been right. You're going to sit in every chair. If you did that, I would start hyperventilating. But no, Martha, I've had something to say. No, I learned stuff from her completely. One thing I remember,
Paul is the same way. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but he's the same way. Our living room, we can't even sit on the couch in the living room.
No.
Because it's immaculate.
No.
You're like being married to Bree from Desperate Housewives. I even put it in our show this season when we had a brunch in one of the episodes, and we had our friends come over. And so we are talking about how perfect everything is, and the table was set perfect. And then I put a quick clip of Bree from Desperate Housewives when she's like shooting at the guests, because it reminds me of Paul.
You know what? I we have a very beautiful home.
Yeah.
Jeff Lewis actually